welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is the person on your mind. What are they thinking about you at the moment? All right, so we have three groups for you to choose from: group 1, 2, and 3. If you need to pause the video so you can take a moment to choose your group, feel free. But I will see you guys in your readings. Hello, welcome. If you've chosen the first group in this reading, it could be for you, the person on your mind. What are they thinking about you at the moment? So we have the Nine of Wands upright, the World in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the upright position. So they're thinking that you are very determined. This could be in general, but it also feels like it's in reference to them, and they think you're determined when it comes to them as well. They think you are willing to try hard, you're willing to make an effort, maybe an extra effort with them. They believe that they need to show more resilience maybe when it comes to you. They feel like they need to try harder, make as much of an effort as you have been, and they also think they need to be strategic and cautious in their approach to you. So they could also think that they need to show up as stronger, be less defensive, even if it hasn't been directed towards you, but they do feel like they need to be or come across less defensive moving forward. But yeah, they think of you as someone who has a lot of courage, a lot of confidence, which they like. So they do also think that they need to set boundaries with you, maybe be clearer on what they want, what they're comfortable with. So boundaries could be important to them. And it's not like they think you're pushing their boundaries now in any way, but they think it's natural that you might in the future because you don't know what those boundaries are. So naturally you might do that. So it feels like they definitely want to be clear on that, and they think that's something that they need to do. So they also think that you are like planning something when it comes to them. Like they definitely think you're the one putting in the legwork, maybe preparing something, preparing to do something, preparing to ask something, preparing to move things forward with them in some way. They could also think that you're quite guarded with other people or specific people, but they don't think you're that way with them. And it feels like maybe they've noticed a difference in how you kind of treat them and how you treat other people. So yeah, they do think that you're naturally quite protective of yourself and distant from other people, but at the same time really wanting connection. They could think that you want connection, but you kind of, distance yourself from other people. But yeah, so they also think that you both admire each other. They think you may not be compatible with some of the people in their life. So they also think that they have been hard on you, and they do feel that they've been the one delaying things between you guys, and that progress between you both might be delayed for a while. Maybe because of, them and things that they have going on. So they could think that things aren't, it's not really the right time. It's like they don't really feel reluctance towards you. But yeah, so they could think timing's off for you guys right now. And that could be another reason why they think that they need to be cautious uh, when it comes to you. At the moment, they believe that you want a better career, maybe you want better work or financial prospects. So they do think that there is a lot of unfinished business between the two of you. Maybe things that haven't been said as well. They also think that your potential hasn't been fulfilled yet. And they could also believe you're going through some kind of trouble at the moment. They also think that on some level you want to isolate them, maybe take them away from their friends or a certain group of people. They also think that you don't fully support them or fully support, certain aspects of them or certain aspects of their life or certain things that they do. So we have cat. It says, take care of yourself. Trust that if you do, you'll always land on your feet. We have animal, embrace your wild side. We have divine life purpose. This here actually. And we have spiritual path. You have a feeling you just can't shake. And we also have rebel. So with cat, take care of yourself. It feels like they want to, or they think that they need to make it clear that they value their independence. Because they do think that, again, this could be naturally, it could be like, I don't know where you and this person are at the moment. So it could be naturally, it could be, through things that they see from you at the moment. But they think that it's a possibility that you might like maybe not get in the way of their independence, but kind of encroach on that. Is that the right word? But yeah. And with you got a feeling you just can't shake, they do think that you are quite stuck on them. Like they think your feelings for them are quite set as well. So with spiritual path, they do think of you as quite a spiritual person. And with you got a feeling you just can't shake, but with divine life purpose, it says trust the signs and your inner guidance. So it feels like they're thinking that they need to trust themselves more when it comes to you. They need to trust the gut feeling and trust their instincts when it comes to you. And their gut feeling is actually quite positive when it comes to you. But at the same time, like they could, recognize that they are being maybe guarded or defensive, or they recognize that they can be that way and that it might show up in your relationship in the near future. So it's something that they are trying to be mindful of, and they do think that they should, kind of just trust you and, trust the positive feelings that they get from you. And with rebel, and we have embrace your wild side. They think that you want them to be more of a rebel. They think that you want them to be someone that is maybe more passionate or impulsive, and that kind of just embraces, maybe breaking free of whatever restrictions that they could be placing on themselves. So they could overall just think that you do want more from them, you know? And finally, we have fair, we have doubtful, decisive, outspoken, and sensitive. So they do think of you as a fair person. They think that they need to be less doubtful towards you. They think that they need to be more decisive. They could think that you want them to be a bit more outspoken, and be a bit more decisive when it comes to you. But they do think of you as someone that is very fair and someone that can also be quite sensitive as well. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could be helpful, and I'm wishing you guys the best. All right, take care. Bye. Hello, hi, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, then this reading could be for you. The person on your mind, what are they thinking about you at the moment? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups upright, Nine of Pentacles upright, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Alright, so the person that you're asking about, they could actually think that you suspect them of being involved with someone else. They could think you both are interested or involved with other people at the moment, that you both aren't really maybe checking for each other right now. But they firmly believe that that will change in the future, even though they still are interested in you. They feel like you guys aren't on the same page at the moment. It's not the right time. But they could miss you. But they may not actually think that you feel the same, in terms of missing them. But they do think the attraction between you both is mutual, but just that intimate connection isn't there right now. But they aren't sure whether you actually want to connect with them at the moment. They do think you guys have a harmonious relationship, acquaintanceship, friendship, whatever kind of relationship you guys might have. But they feel so this is weird, but they could feel that you guys have a harmonious thing going on, or that there's harmony between you guys, even if you guys don't fully get along or don't always get along. So they could feel that there is some unfinished business here between you guys, but they do feel that you both have this mutual understanding as well. And so they could think that you guys have a harmonious, connection at the moment, because because there's no maybe because there's nothing really going on between you guys at the moment. And for some of you, they could think that you guys don't really get along maybe all the time. But yeah, so they could also think that you need to trust them more. They could think that you need to be a bit more, like, be warmer with them. They could also think that fulfill or could fulfill a lot of their needs. And they also feel that you guys have a similar vision or purpose. And they do feel that you guys could complement each other and make each other happy. So it feels like at the moment they just think that once you guys are on the same page, either again or just, in general, once you guys are on the same page, that things will be, nice between you guys. But yeah, they think that you guys can make each other happy. They do think of you as someone that is grounded, ambitious, and accomplished. They also think that you're quite elegant, or they think that you carry yourself in a way that they like, or in a way that's compatible with them. They also think that you can be quite self-reliant. They think that you're confident and content. They also think you're unique and interesting. So for a lot of you as well, they do think you have high standards. So they could also think that there has been some miscommunication between you guys. They feel that on some level or in general that you just don't really understand them. So even though they do see you as someone or think of you as someone that is typically quite content, they do think your energy seems a bit scattered at the moment. They think the timing has been rubbish for you guys. And they also believe that they need to be pushier when it comes to you, more forceful or, more action oriented, more direct. And they also think that you're experiencing delays in a relationship, perhaps a romantic one for some of you guys. Could be another type of important relationship for you. Or they think that some of your relationships are stressing you out. And at the moment, they could think your emotions are quite high. So we also have teeth, take a big bite out of life. We have transition. It says release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. We have forgiveness heals. We have wellness. We have what the hell are you waiting for? Get that done. And we also have you're being shady. Alright, so with teeth, take a big bite out of life. Like they think of you as someone that isn't afraid to take risks, or you do take risks, or you're not afraid to embrace life, embrace yourself, or embrace certain things. They could also think you enjoy adventure. And with what the hell are you waiting for, it feels like they're thinking to themselves, like, why have they been stalling when it comes to you? So they could be thinking that they need to stall a bit longer when it comes to you for whatever reason. So with forgiveness heals, it says time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. So they do think that you're not ready to let go of whatever um, negative feelings that you might have towards them. They could think that you see them as quite immature, because even though they do think you are, so they do think of you as someone that's quite mature, but they do think that whatever negative feelings you aren't able to let go of when it comes to them, that it is creating blocks in your relationship to them or a potential relationship. So with the star coming up to clarify, and with wellness being there as well, they could be thinking of ways to improve your relationship or to heal it in some way. So with you are being shady, they could think that you are being quite harsh with them. And with transition, it says release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. They could think that you both aren't prepared to release attachments that you have. And it just does feel like it could be about other people. So they think that you both aren't ready to let go of your attachments to other people to make space for each other at the moment. And finally, we have timid, we have questioning, we have victim, ambitious, and crazy. Okay. So they do think of you as ambitious. They could think that you see them as crazy. And with victim, they could think that other people or someone specific is treating you as though you are a victim. And with timid, for a lot of you, they could think that you seem a bit more timid, whereas they normally think of you as very confident. And with questioning, they could think that you are quite skeptical of them. But that is all I have. If you've chosen this group, I do hope it could be helpful, and I'm wishing you guys the best. All right? Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, then this reading could be for you, the person on your mind. What are they thinking about you at the moment? Okay, so to start, we have the Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Which was actually supposed to be in reverse. Okay, so what are they thinking about you? So they do think that you've been generous with them. They could feel that you're quite a generous person in general, to be honest. They think that you treat them and others fairly. They think you are kind and down to earth and overall a well-balanced person. They do think you are compassionate and supportive. They do feel that you're quick to lend a hand when it's needed and open to contribute. They do think you are very blessed in life. They think that you are quite charitable as well. They do think you are open For some of you, they could think that you can be open. For some of you, they may not think you're open, or think that or that they think that it would be nice to see you be a bit more open. And at times, like, they could think you are spontaneous or active, but overall, like, they do feel grateful of you, for you. They think you guys could help and benefit each other. They could also think that they need to show you more empathy. Maybe they think they need to be more vocal or upfront about their feelings, just like maybe be a bit more overt about it. They think that they need to do more to nurture you or your connection. So they also think that they could rely on you if they needed to at any point. They think of you as resourceful. They feel that you've been very patient with them as well. They also think that you don't have the most confidence all the time, that you can be a bit insecure and prone to self-doubt. And because of this, or maybe, for other reasons, they could think you might be prone to manipulation from other people. Like, they would love to see you have more confidence in yourself. But they do think you're comfortable, or they feel that you like to be comfortable or feel comfortable. They could feel that you're in quite a comfortable position in life. They also think that you care a lot about your family and friends. They feel that you enjoy the comfort of your home as well. They think you are always paying attention as well. Like, they do think you're switched on and aware. They do think that you are someone that appreciates routine. They do think you are quite persistent as well. They do think you have a lot of needs. They could think that you want more affection. And not only when it comes to them, like, they do think that you maybe want more affection just in general in life. They also think that you tend to temper your emotions, like keep a lid on it. They could think that you bottle up your emotions. They do think you are quite protective of yourself, sometimes overly protective. And so for some of you, or majority of you, they could also think that they are a bit clingy when it comes to you. Or they think that is something that they need to be mindful of either now or in the future. Like, they could think it would push you away if they were to show you just how clingy they could be. So moving on, we have computer, upgrade your mental software. We also have bathroom, flush away all that no longer serves you. We have sensitive emotions. We have unnecessary worries. We have get over yourself, pull yourself together. we have just apologize. So with computer, upgrade your mental software. They could think that they need to meet you on your level. They do think that there is a lot you can teach them, or there is something specific that they want to learn from you, and that's something that they've been thinking about. So with get over yourself, pull yourself together, they actually think that you're quite humble, and they think that they need to pull themselves together when it comes to you, and it could go back to that message of them thinking that they need to meet you at your level in some way. So they could also be thinking about being more vulnerable with you with this sensitive emotions card, and with unnecessary worries. They think that you are someone that could help them with their worries. They think that you're someone that could help them with their burdens, or help them find solutions to some of their problems. For some of you, they could actually think that you are someone that they could actually put their burdens and responsibilities onto. So, yeah. So with flush away all that no longer serves you, they could think that there are certain things that you are holding on to that could be keeping you in like that kind of Four of Cups energy. Like, even though they do think of you as someone that is typically quite positive, they do think that there are certain things that kind of keep you in like a down energy. What is it called? I'm not sure of like the proper word, but they do think that there are things that keep you in like a low vibe. And with apologize, I'm not actually sure what that could be referencing. Maybe that would make more sense to you guys individually, but I'm not really getting a message from that card. And moving on, we have stubborn, modest, sensitive, competitive, and extravagant. So they do think of you as someone that is quite modest, someone that is quite humble as well. So even though they actually see you as quite modest, they do think of you as quite extravagant in ways as well, maybe in terms of the things that you like, your interests. They could also think that you could possibly help them with something competitive, or for some of you, they could think that you are someone that would help them get on track or keep them on track. With stubborn, they could think that you want them to put their foot down a bit more. And with sensitive, they could also think of you as someone that can be quite sensitive. Like, they do see you as someone that is quite empathetic, you know. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could be helpful, and I'm wishing you guys the best. All right, please take care.